Welcome everyone to our analysis this evening. We thank you all for joining us today as we go through how the week will pan out. Before we begin, please note that we have the 30% coupon available called Monster 30. We get um, 30% off. We also have the 50% coupon code where you get 50% off anything that's spent above $400, and that is Monster 50. Then we also have the 10% off on first purchases of the All Instant Funding Pro account with the promo code PRO10. So notice that the coupon codes are ending today at 11:59 p.m. CET. So make sure you grab yourself an account before the promo ends. This will be displayed below the screen so you can read through it as we are having our analysis this evening. So without further ado, let us jump right into our analysis this evening, starting off with the dollar index. So the dollar index, we had this spike to the bottom here, and then to end off the week, we continued up strongly, and we seem to be coming, well, we are at the 100 mark on the dollar index as we have been awaiting it to come here, but we seem to be aiming to come to at least 100.25 right here, which is at this resistance. So I believe there is still room for the US dollar to strengthen for the remainder of this week and probably coming all the way above 100.25. Then let's move over to euro dollar. So euro dollar in this light has also been pushing downward, but the funny thing is we haven't even reached the support level, which is in direct correlation with the dollar index. So that means there's actually gonna be probably a spike to the bottom right here, since we have not reached the support level. And remember, correlated. So a shorting opportunity coming all the way down here to 1.1400 would be an ideal take on euro dollar for the remainder of this week. So I am anticipating that we could be going to 1.14, even probably spiking there before this week ends. So let's keep an eye watch on that. Let's keep an eye watch on this level, most especially that the dollar index has not even is where, well, it's going to that level, but we already see some obvious signs that it is moving into that direction, whilst euro dollar has not even gotten anywhere close to that support level. So let's keep an eye watching that and actually see this unfold. Then let's look at dollar yen. So dollar yen on Friday, it pushed up, went past these previous double tops, and right now it seems like we're consolidating. This looks like an overall flag right here, but overall it looks like consolidation, so we could be pushing even further up, probably even touching 1.155 for the dollar to the yen, or we could be dropping our way down, coming to this area around 15300, then from there probably bouncing, then going all the way up. Then let's look at pound yen. So pound yen, as we know, it touched this this box gap over here, and we bounced immediately off this box gap. I would say, yeah, we touched it like 1-2 times, and this is like a second touch, which had the lower low here. So there's a possibility we could be actually pushing all the way down before actually going all the way up. So, but overall, I do think we might be actually going up here for the remainder of this week. And this could be our first resistance level. Once this resistance level is broken, then we could be seeing ourselves around 205. Then let's look at dollar Mexican. So dollar Mexican has been more like in an uptrend as we already discussed. So we've been moving up higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and so on. But here it seems like we're going to be making the high really soon. Here this seems like a pullback, and then the leg up will be pretty soon, probably even by the end of this week, especially with the dollar index strengthening. So we might actually see dollar Mexican go up as well. So let's us keep tabs on that as well on the dollar index. Then CAD Swiss. CAD Swiss, the trend line got broken. We moved all the way up, touched the first resistance layer. We touched it, pulled it back, then we're back into this area. So for the remainder of the week, we could be seeing ourselves back up here at this final resistance level. So it might be above there. Then maybe from here we could be looking for some shorting opportunities, maybe even coming back into this resistance, which may turn into support around the 15700 area. Then pound dollar. Pound dollar has been in a downward trend for quite a bit now. We reached the level of support there, and we don't seem to be bouncing off of that. We might actually be coming all the way to 1.27 around here if the market lets us. But we also need to keep in mind that the year is about to end. We are literally left with 2 months before this year completes. So let's keep an eye watch on this. 1.27 is an area we could be coming down to. We could even probably just be spiking all the way down here if there'll be some major news whatsoever before the year ends, and then maybe going all the way up. But overall, it looks like this is where we could be going, because we had our first touch here and these were just very good clean rejections as compared to what's happening right here. There seems to be consolidation for a bit before actually coming all the way down. Then let's look at gold. So gold, it pushed all the way up, then pushed all the way down and started consolidating. We touched this resistance level, which became support. It seems like we're bouncing off of this and consolidating slightly to the upside. So overall, if we do get out of this consolidation and we go to the upside, then we could be seeing ourselves somewhere around 14150. That is where we could be seeing ourselves coming all the way up here to this resistance level. So let's keep an eye watching that for the remainder of the week. Then let's look at NAS 100. So NAS 100 has been making higher highs. We had a gap over here. We didn't really come into this resistance level becoming support, but this gap could be something we could be aiming for, or we could be having the touch of this gap or a complete fill, then maybe bouncing from here, then going all the way up to make a new high. Right now it looks like we could be having just shorting opportunities, so a higher high stop loss over there with the target just even touching this gap around 25600 could be an ideal shorting opportunity on NAS 100. Then on Bitcoin, we had this spike to the downside and the support level here seems to be like an area that Bitcoin is actually pushing to. So we could be seeing ourselves at 102 even by the end of Sunday, because there's obvious weakness right here. We have literally a left shoulder here, head and right shoulder, and then we pushed all the way down here. So this pattern could be completing and then making a new low before this previous low. Then finally we could be touching this support level at 102,000. So that is what we can anticipate on Bitcoin for the remainder of the week. Then finally, Ethereum. So Ethereum, we talked about these higher lows which are forming, even though they are not making new highs, which literally showed some weakness. Then we had a breakdown here, came into here as a pullback. Same scenario, almost like a head and shoulders, broke all the way down. And guess where we're going to? We're going to 3,400. So same scenario with Bitcoin. So that is what we could be anticipating. And again, sentiment is still extremely low, 14% out of 100%. it's just increased to 15%. So we having like sellers coming back in, trying to push the price even all the way down. So this is where we conclude with our analysis this evening. So don't forget the coupons below where you get 30% off, 50% off, and 10% off. This promo ends today at 11:59 p.m. CET. So make sure you use the promo codes before it expires. So without further ado, I hope you have a lovely trading week. And I hope the market will be with you this week and you do hope make some money from it as well. And remember to always use stop losses to prevent your capital exceeding the losses which you may have on your account. Apart from that, have a lovely good week and happy trading.